Today, let's follow the incredible journey that a single amino acid takes inside your body right after you've had a protein-rich meal. We're going to break down exactly how your body masterfully deconstructs, recycles, and repurposes these tiny but essential building blocks of life.
I mean, seriously, have you ever thought about it? Whether you're getting your protein from chicken, beans, or a shake, we usually just think, great, this builds muscle. But the reality? Oh, it's so much more complex and honestly, way more fascinating. It's a whole story of chemical transformation, detoxification, and just incredible efficiency.
And believe it or not, this little quote right here is basically the perfect roadmap for our entire explainer. It sounds a little technical, but it lays out everything. Transaminate and deaminate. That's how the amino acid gets split up. Then it talks about toxic ammonia being detoxified into urea. That's the body's waste disposal system. And finally, that carbon skeleton being used for glucose, fat, or fuel, well, that's where all the good stuff happens. These lines are going to be our guide for the whole journey. All right, first stop on our journey, the amino acid pool. This is like the central station, the main hub, where everything begins, right after your body has finished digesting that protein. Now, when you hear pool, don't picture a tiny swimming pool inside of you. It's not a physical place. Think of it more as a conceptual reservoir, about 100 grams of free-floating amino acids that are just available, spread all throughout your body's fluids and cells, ready to be used at a moment's notice. So what's really cool is how this pool is maintained. It's this constant, delicate balancing act. On one side, you have inputs, like the protein you just ate, or even the breakdown of old proteins from your own body. And on the other side, you have the outputs, like building new proteins or converting those amino acids for energy. This pool is always changing, always in flux. And the sheer scale of this balancing act is just staggering. Every single day, your body breaks down and rebuilds somewhere around 300 to 400 grams of its own protein. To put that into perspective, that's like your body breaking down and then completely rebuilding 3 entire chicken breasts worth of protein inside you every single day, mostly from recycled parts. It's a massive hidden turnover that's happening right now. So the body has this ready supply of amino acids. But what happens when it decides, you know what, I need to use one for fuel, not for building? Well, this brings us to a really critical step, the great nitrogen sort. Okay, so here's the crucial point. You can't just burn an amino acid for fuel as is. It doesn't work that way. That nitrogen group and its structure, it kind of gets in the way. So to unlock the energy inside, the body has to perform a little bit of chemical surgery, splitting the molecule cleanly into its 2 main parts, the nitrogen group and the carbon skeleton. And this happens through 2 key reactions. First up, in transamination, the nitrogen group gets passed from the amino acid to another molecule, kind of like a baton in a relay race. Think of it as just moving the nitrogen to a temporary holding area. Then, in the second step, deamination. That collected nitrogen group is finally removed from its new host and released as free ammonia. And this brings a key player onto the field, glutamate. You can think of glutamate as the master collector. Through that first reaction, transamination, the nitrogen groups from a whole bunch of different amino acids all get funneled and concentrated onto glutamate molecules. This makes glutamate the main guy that ammonia is ultimately released from. All right, section 3, handling toxic ammonia. So by collecting and releasing all this nitrogen, the body has solved one problem. It freed up the carbon skeleton for energy, but in the process, it's created a brand new and actually very dangerous problem. And the problem is this: free ammonia is incredibly toxic. I'm not kidding. Even slightly elevated levels in your blood can be super harmful to your central nervous system, leading to tremors, slurred speech, and in really severe cases, even coma and death. The body absolutely has to neutralize this stuff, and it has to do it fast. And the body's solution is, frankly, elegant. It's a molecule called urea. It's a totally non-toxic, water-soluble compound that serves as a perfect little package for disposal. By converting dangerous ammonia into harmless urea, the body creates a waste product that it can safely transport through the bloodstream without any issues. So where does this critical detoxification happen? It all goes down in the liver. There are a series of reactions that we call the urea cycle. Your liver is essentially the body's primary water treatment plant for protein waste. It packages up that nasty ammonia into safe urea, which is then sent over to the kidneys to get filtered out and, excreted in your urine. Okay, so the toxic nitrogen has been safely handled. It's out of the picture. But what about the other half of our original amino acid, that really valuable, energy-rich carbon skeleton? Well, this is where the body's incredible resourcefulness truly shines.
Once that nitrogen is gone, this carbon backbone becomes incredibly versatile. It's got four main fates. Does your body need energy right now for a workout? Bam, it can be burned for ATP. Is your blood sugar getting a little low between meals? It can be converted into glucose. Do you have way more fuel than you need at the moment? Yep, it can be stored as fat. Or if the body needs to build a different kind of amino acid, this skeleton can become the raw material. Literally, nothing is wasted.
The key takeaway here is just how efficient this all is. The body wastes almost nothing. The whole process is a masterclass in recycling. That piece of protein you ate can literally be repurposed to fuel your next run, to keep your blood sugar stable, or if you eat too much of it, yeah, it can contribute to body fat stores.
So, from a simple meal to this complex cascade of molecular events, the journey of an amino acid really shows us just how adaptable our bodies are. Every single part is accounted for, detoxified, and repurposed. The building blocks are always there, always ready to become whatever you need them to be. The only real question is, what's your body going to build today?